Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Women on a Mission, the Possibility Podcast, where tonight we're talking about permission granted, permission to say no. Steve Jobs was known for his saying that focusing is about saying no. Focusing is about saying no. So Warren Buffett was asked to boil down one of his keys to success. What is the key to his success? And what Warren Buffett says is the key to his success is that for every 100 great opportunities that were brought to him, he says no 99 times. Permission granted to say no, right? He attributes and talks about his unprecedented success is his ability to say no, right? And to stay focused. And the late Steve Jobs was asked also, what are you most proud of in terms of breakthrough products that you and Apple have built? And Jobs says he's as proud of what we don't do as he's as proud of what we do. So he went on to say that deciding what not to do is just as important as what to do. And I think this statement is worth writing down, right? Permission granted to saying no, deciding what not to do is just as important as what to do. So this statement is true for companies, entrepreneurs, stay-at-home mothers, right? You and me, real estate agents, everyone, in fact. So if you are focused on too many priorities, you'll become fragmented, right? So you be spread in too many different directions, and then you become incapable of completing your purpose, completing and fulfilling the mission that you're called to when you have too many priorities, too many things that you've said yes to, right? And you there's only so much time that you have in a day, right? So when you're spreading yourself thin, you're unable to focus on all of them. And the thing is, you'll be spending your time on something, right? So it's important to know where your focus is, what is your priority, and what you are spending your time on, right? And I love this analogy that Terry shares in her book, Live Your Dreams, because she talks about this lion tamer. And this lion tamers were asked why they carry a four-legged stool into the cage with a wild animal. I wonder if you've ever wondered this. Okay. So lion tamers were asked about the stool and why they carry it into the cage with these wild animals, along with a pistol and a whip. And the tamer replied that the stool is the most important object of their defense, right? Because what happens is the lion tamer holds the stool in front of them with the four legs facing the lion, right? And what happens is the lion is trying to focus on all four legs at once on the stool. And so in doing this, the lion's attention is fragmented because it's trying to focus on the four things at once, and yet it's all over the place, right? So it's trying to focus on all of the things at once. And as a result, the lion becomes paralyzed and overwhelmed, which leads the lion to become weak, tame, and disabled. And there is a message in this for us, right? When we've got too many fires going, too many things lit, too many things happening around us, right? Our focus is fragmented and we become paralyzed, we become overwhelmed, and it causes us to be weak, tame, and disabled, right? We get to acknowledge how this can happen to us in our lives when our attention is all over the place. So when we have too many ideas, when we have too many opportunities, and I know I've done this, had too many things on my list, it becomes a distraction, right? And success is determined by just as your ability to say no, just as much as it is to say yes. So instead of making a to-do list, you can make a to-don't list and see what you can start saying no to today. Permission granted. You know, that story that you've told yourself that you can't say no, that you're unable to say no, that it's wrong to say no. Well, today's your day to recognize and to realize that saying no is the key to your success. Sometimes you're going to say no to 99 things and say yes to that one thing, right? To keep your focus, to keep your clarity of purpose, to stay with the intention, to stay on your mission. Permission granted to say no. And there's a scripture that supports this, and it talks about in James, and it says, a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways, right? So when your focus is diverted, you're unstable, right? Just like the lion, right? Becoming paralyzed, overwhelmed, and weak. And rather than that, we want to be focused. It's interesting because one of the words that I got today was the word focus. And so it brought me back to, Jennifer, what is it you're going to be focused on? What is the main thing? Keeping the main thing. And I knew what it was. I just needed to be reminded to stay focused on that mission. Yeah. So Women on a Mission, purpose-driven women, here on the Possibility Podcast, where everything that you desire is possible. All right. Stay focused and remember it's okay to say no. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.